He's a good girl. Hey, what's up, everybody? All right, so we went to the vet this morning, and they got us in right away, which was awesome, over at the Aspen Vet Clinic or Aspen Vet Animal Hospital. And oh, let me turn off my stuff here. And I wanted to let you know that what happened was she had a severely impacted anal sac. So dogs have those on both sides of their bum, and the one side that was taken out, I confused it and thought like that was the side that where the impacted anal sac was at, and it was really hard, and usually those are like squishy. And so I always give her like an inspection about once a week and just kind of just see if anything new has come up, because since we haven't done chemo, there's a possibility that sometime in the future the cancer is going to show back up. And so that's why I keep going in for checkups with her, and we keep doing scans and x-rays and blood work and checking her like all throughout her body and going through the lymph nodes and seeing if anything is inflamed, and it's not at the moment. So we're still doing really good. And Sierra, like our vet, her name is Dr. Unser, and she told me, she's like, I think Sierra is one of these outliers who's gonna live way past the projected date of when we thought that the cancer would take over. And so I am thrilled. I mean, I was crying the whole way there, and I was trying not to be emotional, like sitting in the lobby area. And then when they came in and checked it out, they're like, oh no, they're like, now it feels like a tumor because it's so hard. They're like, but that's not what this is. This is totally something that we can take care of. And ever since that was taken care of this morning, Sierra's not paying attention to her rear end like she was before. So I am elated. I mean, this is this is the best news, and I feel so much better. I feel like the weight of the world was just hammering down on me, and it's just with like all the truck stuff and everything. And then I've been worried about her for 9 months, ever since last August when we had the surgery. I just worry about her. I just worry about when's the cancer going to show back up and all that stuff. And I think I need to dial that down a little bit just internally, because that could take away a little bit of my time with her. I'll spend more time worrying about her as opposed to just enjoying her company. I don't want to do that. So we do have a CT scan coming up on the 19th. That's right before the Overland Expo. When it comes to her paw, we think that what she did was she strained her joint that goes down to her paw, because she's always licking on the underside here. There's no break or anything like that, no fractures. A lot of times if there is like that, a break or a fracture on a dog, it'll be real hot, especially in the limbs, and her limbs are nice and cool, so everything's fine. And so I'm just thrilled. I mean, I was like thinking like, this was the end, and we're gonna just have to start just making her cool and all that stuff before things went south. And it's not that at all. And they were actually saying too, though, like, the area where she did have that big tumor taken out, we don't feel any new growths there. I mean, when they do like the check with their hands and everything, they're like, but the CT scan will let us dive deep further into her body to see if there's anything lurking down inside, because there are some lymph nodes you can't get to by touching. And so all the lymph nodes that they did feel, though, they said there wasn't any inflammation or anything like that. And so I'm thrilled. And she's not coughing or nothing. So because if she would have had that nodule in her lung, like they said initially in August, it would have been 6 months from then until she passed, because that's about the average time, like six to 9 months. But here it is, 9 months, doesn't even have a cough. And so they've pretty much determined, like, we don't think she has anything wrong with her lungs at all, because if it was the lung cure, it takes dogs in 6 months. And so I am thrilled. I am just beyond. I'm just like, I haven't slept for 2 nights, like, at all. I tried to sleep last night after the UFC fights, and I just sat there and watched the clock until this morning. And then at 7 o'clock, I'm like, well, we got to get rolling. And so we headed to Flag, and we just got back here shortly. So I want to get on a live stream real quick and tell you all about the good news. I feel so much better. I'm excited to go to Sedona this week and spend some more time at the Native American site documenting that. And then, like I said, the following week on that Friday, on the 19th, we'll have the CT scan for Sierra to do, and we're doing a full body scan. So they have to knock her out for that. They have to give her anesthesia, because dogs can't sit still for that long, and especially in that CT scan, the chamber that they're in, then makes all that noise. It scares dogs. So they're gonna I take her, I drop her off like between 7:30 and 8, and then I can pick her up around like 3, in the afternoon. So we'll do it on Friday, and then I'll be in on Friday, so I might just roll down to Overland Expo and hang out there for the weekend, and Sarah will be with me on that. So I think she's her with her paw, I gave her some anti-inflammation medicine. It's like Carpafol or something like that. And I know, sweetie. Oh, what you did? Everybody loves you, girl. They're gonna meet you at Overland Expo. And ever since I did that, I am just thrilled. So, the hamster, thank you so much for that. So I am just, something went right. I'm really stoked. And so that's what I needed. And I'm so glad to spend with her and all that stuff. And I mean, the vet was saying, and all the team there, like, she looks great. Like, she's doing well. And, she was doing her thing where she kind of like stomps the floor a little bit, which is real. It's kind of the thing that she does. And then she'll like put her hand up and then she runs over and wants to kiss everybody. She was running around the lobby of the vet when we got there. So I was like, well, that's a good sign, before they actually got a chance to check her out. So I'm just thrilled. I mean, and thank you so much for all the well wishes. I mean, I was going through the comments before, I didn't sleep, so I was just kind of going through them and stuff. I didn't have a chance to respond yet because I was reading them all, and I was floored at the outpouring of support. So I just can't thank y'all enough. I mean, it just warms my heart, and a lot of times, we could be out here and it kind of feels like you're kind of out on an island by yourself, but having you with me is it just makes me feel like $1 million. So I just want to say thank you. So let's get to some comments here. I want to make sure I get back to y'all. So let's see who we got. We got Kevy D moving in. Stay strong, go YouTube run. Yeah, definitely we will. Christina S. Happy tears. I know I was like crying happy when we left there because it's just like I assumed the worst because they told me that legitimately, you've got 6 to 12 months with her. And then after that, no matter what, she'll be gone. So, Corey, thank you so much. Thank you for that super chat. And so I'm just thrilled and I can get back to doing what I want to do. So that end with Sierra too, we can get back to gym. And so our goals, we're going to spend the rest of the month here, go to Overland Expo, get everything squared away with her, with all the doctor's appointments and all that stuff. I'll probably do one test before we leave to go to Colorado for the summer to fly fish. And then I want to come back here for monsoon season because monsoons are supposed to be sick. They said they're going to be just as good as last year, and last year was all time. So I'm really excited for that. So Kevin, now I can get back to making the bacon. You know it, brother. So, all right, let's see. Truck House Life. What's up, man? Yeah, man, I'm so glad to have more time with her too. And the truck's all fixed now, so we can go adventure and we don't have to worry about breaking down. So, but I was talking to some people up at the REI Flagstaff. We were up there. Let's see, it was not today, but like 3 days ago, we were up there when we were rolling back through we were coming back this way. They were talking about you, Timmy. So there's a guy there named Jordan and some other people. They're like, oh yeah, Truck House Life. He's got awesome rig. I'm like, he's coming back this summer. So I was like, we'll swing by REI and say what's up to everybody. So, but yeah, I'm just so excited. And I what I want is I didn't want to go out and do the truck camping stuff if she wasn't feeling well. Because I know that it can be hot out there and, she's running around and all that stuff. And I didn't want to overly like stress her body or anything if she was having a tumor that was taking hold, because the last time the tumors took hold, we were doing fine. And then one day she just went down and wouldn't move like at all. She just laid in one spot and just sat there. And so, I didn't want to have that happen again if we were out in the middle of nowhere, wheeling around and, living out of the truck but I'm really the prognosis today and stuff like that. So I'm extremely excited. Extra treats with dinner. Right, dude. I'll definitely dial that in, Greg. So yeah, we'll get in trouble for some. Yeah, definitely, Timmy. I'm looking forward to it, brother. There's so much fun stuff that we can hit up over in the San Juans, and then also down here in, if you're going to be down here in the fall, there's in southern Arizona, and then also I went over to the eastern border, right with New Mexico, and it's insane over there. Really cool rivers, like lots of trout. There's all these streams that feed into the Black River that are really awesome, and it's easy to camp out there, and just super tall trees. I've never seen so many elk. That's like that by Alpine, Arizona. If y'all ever want to go see elk, just drive out of town and take road 27, drive in about 5 miles. There's a huge meadow, and you will see hundreds of elk just lined up everywhere. And it's like that every day out there. It's crazy. There's no cell reception out there, which I kind of liked, so I can get out there and really unplug. And I was noticing that when I didn't have cell reception, I wasn't so in tune to like get online, of course, because then I was just spending all my time with her, and I think Sierra loved it. So that's going to be our MO going forward. I'm going to seek out areas that don't have cell service and then come back in and upload stuff, and then go back out to areas that don't have cell service and come back in and upload stuff. And what good thing about Colorado is I know all the spots that I can get into that have cell service, maybe like over a ridge, but they don't have it at the camp spot that I'm at, because I just want to have that peace and quiet with her. And I will say that in the last year or so, I've been a little bit too guilty of being online too much and trying to focus too much on. And it's not that I'm not going to not focus on it going forward. I just won't put as much, time into looking at anything. I'll just kind of freestyle like I used to and just throw stuff up, not be so concerned. I'm screwing people over these days, and I care less really what YouTube thinks. So, all right, let's see here. Let's see what have we got here. Timmy loving this. Yeah, dude, Timmy, the snowmobile adventures are awesome. That's one thing, man, is I've never even had love to do that. I lived over in Crested Butte. They said, hey, why don't you stay for the winter and go up to Poverty Gulch, which is like insane backcountry skiing. and it's like a perfect pitch. There's never avalanches or anything like that. It's always. And I was gonna stick around for that, but I never did. So I've got to get on one of those soon. Yeah, buffering a bit. The thing is so we've got a windstorm out here, and the dust is really bad. So I thought really and give you all an update, but we might not have good connectivity, so we might have to call it early. Let me. It says it's got 3 bars, but usually 3 bars is a really good connection, and right now it's not that good. So let's see here. So MK National Park is. I'm biased being from New England. Yeah, I'd love to go up there, man. I was actually talking to. Are you guys still there, or am I buffering too much? I hope it's not buffering too much. I apologize if it is. I was talking to my mom, and I haven't seen my younger brother in a couple of years because he lives in Nashville, well, south of Nashville, and he's got a pretty crazy schedule, and so he's not able to get out here and see me, and he's also got a family and stuff like that. So for 5 of them to come out here is kind of a stretch for me to ask. So it's no problem for me to go there. So what I was thinking is I'm gonna come the latter part of it, and then take off and do a cross country road trip and just take my time in New Mexico because I love that area, and then probably jet back up to the 40 and then head through Oklahoma and hit some spots in Oklahoma, and then go up there Kansas, see my folks, and then also see my grandma. My grandma's 94 and still as sharp as a whip, and so I want to go say what's up to her and see my dad's side of the family. I haven't seen them in a long time, and also my mom's side of the family. And then what I'm going to do is roll into southern Missouri. In southern Missouri, send down Bend this year, Appalachian Mountains for the wintertime. So I'm really excited to do that. I haven't done a cross country trip in a while, and I was kind of thinking that we would have to stay here because with Sierra being sick and our doctors being based out of here, I didn't want to go to. But if she doesn't have any tumors, and the CAT scan that we're doing on the 19th of this month is going to really give us a complete picture of her health. The blood work's been perfect. The ultrasounds have come back negative. What's up, baby girl? What you doing? We're talking about you. The blood work's been good. The blood work's been good. The X-rays have been all clear. Ultrasounds have been all clear, all that stuff. And so it's really going to give us the most complete picture at this point. And we're 9 months into, the tumors were removed, but they couldn't get everything. And so there's still little microscopic cells that were in there when the surgery was completed. Now I have been using CBD full spectrum oils for her morning and once at night for 9 months. And so who knows, maybe that got rid of it, because that has anti-cancer. And so I was about that, and I'm just thinking hopefully that eradicates our doctor was saying this is not normal. When we're real happy about, she's one of the ones that beats the odds, because she was literally, and I never really let on to anybody to tell you this, but she was given a year to live. That's it, maximum. 9 months and she's cranking. So thank you, Carlos. I appreciate the super chat there. So yeah. So are you going to just send down? Because we got to get a big crew and go out there and hang out. So that'd be awesome. So sorry if it's choppy, and I'd like to get Starlink here for sure. But yeah, my internet right now, it's just with all the wind and everything, when it fluctuates, it's not doing well. It's Franklin, Tennessee. Oh, okay, Joe. Yeah, it sure will. So my brother, he's over there in Franklin. He's pretty close to the town square down there, but he's going to be moving out to. He got a bunch of land out at Leapers Fork, that's a killer area, and that's where all of his clients are at, because he builds homes and like horse barns and basically whatever they want. But he only has a handful of clients, and they just keep him busy all the time. And it's all the bigwigs that live out there, but I can't say their names because he signs a confidentiality agreement with all of them. But I told him, I was like, hey, one of your country music star gals just became single, and I come out there and take on a fancy date in my truck. So we'll see if that happens. So, all right, let's see here. Yeah, so Joe, I'm going to be out there. I'm probably going to be out there for I want to get there before Thanksgiving, and then spend Thanksgiving out there with Paul and his family, and then cruise back, and probably, I don't know if I'm going to come back to Arizona for the winter. I may just go to Colorado and just start winter camping right after that, because I've got some plans for a new winter tent. I've been talking about that for a while too. So it's just, I need to work on the zipper and clean the floor of it, but it's still it still can operate. I can still operate out of that. So if I can't get the new tent in time for the winter season to start, then we'll rock that for a little bit and maybe switch mid-season. So okay, I said meant to send a message to Superbat, but wow, dude, was just watching your last video. on this is great news. Ah, thank you, man. Yeah, I'm like health, like problems and all that stuff. I can go make money elsewhere. I'm not worried about it, you know. And I've already actually started reaching out to some of the sponsors I've worked for in the past, and been sure that everything would have come back and she'd be gone. And so I assumed that that's what had happened. But what it was is it was a severely impacted anal sac that became really hard, and it took them a while to like, you know, express it and get it all out of there. But once they did that, Sierra was fine, and she quit paying attention to the back there, and she was like breathing real heavy beforehand because I think it was painful for her. She stopped breathing heavy and all that stuff, and now she's walking normal again, which is great. So I'm super happy about that. And I mean, I was just like this thing, gosh, this. Let's see back about this. This fancy date in my truck. I know, Josh. I was talking like no, but maybe if I meet her, you know, and show off my charm. But let's see. I don't know what's going on with this. It's showing that that's skipping on my end too, and I don't usually have this, but I think it's because of the storm that we're having out here. So I just want to get on and tell everybody that real quick. It looks like this isn't really working. So yeah, Firefly. So she was definitely happy to get that out of her, but it was huge. It was like 3 times the size of what it normally is, and super hard. And so that's why I thought it was a tumor, because it felt just like the other one. The other one was bigger. The other one was about the size of a racquetball, but this one wasn't as big. So if it's still skipping on me, let me know. It is on my end, and I apologize, but I'm trying to work with what we got here. So let's see here. It's not working. Dang it. Stupid thing. Hey, Bob. No, but what it was is she had a tumor initially, and then that was removed, and I thought it was a tumor again, but instead it was an impacted anal sac. So we're good. All set. So, all right, everybody. But not as bad currently. Okay, cool. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks for heads up. Let me see. Let me do this. Let me move my router to a different spot and see if this works. Give me about a minute. I'm gonna run outside and put it on top of my truck and see if that helps. Because usually when I do that, the signal gets good. So give me. There, did you sing the song? What song are you rocking out, girl? All right, we'll see if this is better. I hope so. It seems like the no, there it's choppy again. Dang. Okay, well, that's frustrating. So Bob, we don't know if Sierra is in remission or not. So that's why we're doing the CT scan on the 19th. And so it was tough for me, because I mean I thought that this was it, because they had originally given her only 6 to 10, 12 months to live. And here we are at 9 months, and I've not done the chemo, and I opted not to because I don't want to make her feel like crap. And so it's all good. So not as bad as earlier. Okay, cool. All right, sounds good. Racquetball, dang, yeah, Shannon, it was big. So she had a racquetball one on the right side, you know, because dogs have anal sacs on both sides of the rear, and so it was on the right side. And then she had 5 more underneath her spine, on the underside of her spine. So what they had to do was, and those were about an inch in diameter, and they went in and moved all of. So hey, truck outside, cool, man. I'll see you soon, buddy. Hey, we got Overland Expo coming up, but I know you're just coming down for the one in the fall. So, but I look forward to hanging out, buddy. Anyway, so she had 5 more in her belly, and those were about an inch in diameter each of the tumors. And so got all those removed, and the CT scan will show if any of the microscopic cells that were left over have grown in her belly. But you know, I don't think that's the case. I mean, up until gosh, what is wrong with this thing? Yeah, guys, sorry, this isn't working. The internet's not working. So hey, just know that Sierra's good. We're gonna do a live stream when the internet gets better, but right now it just really sucks. And so we're gonna log off. Somebody's asking about my mom's dog. My mom's dog passed away, so unfortunately, Izzy had to be put down last week, and that just sucks. That dog was only 5 years old, the sweetest dog, and so it was really bad. So, all right, everybody, we are going to do another live stream when the internet connection's better. I just wanted to share the good news. I apologize, it's too jumpy, but it's not working, and it's too It's too choppy on my end too. Oh, thank you, Desert Dev. I appreciate that. So we will go ahead and do another live stream maybe tomorrow. We'll see how tomorrow works out. If not, we'll do one on Tuesday. But the winds are supposed to be really bad here for the next couple of days, which always hampers my internet speeds. So we'll work with it as best we can. And in the meantime, I'm supposed to hear back from a sponsor that I've got. Then we'll have a new video for you tomorrow. All right. So thanks everybody for all the well wishes. And once we get a better connection and stuff like that, we'll hop back on.